Welcome, everybody, to Dodger Stadium at Chavez Ravine here in Los Angeles, California. Tonight, it's the Dodgers and the Seattle Mariners as both teams play their final game of spring 2011. It's time to rock and roll with real baseball coming up. And here at Dodger Town, this is one of the great facilities for Major League Baseball, opened back in 1962, seeing so many historic moments. Hello, everybody. Glad you're with us here for Mariner Baseball. I'm Dave Sims with Mike Flowers, and tonight our story revolves around a 32-year-old left-hander, Eric Bedard, out of Navan, Ontario. He has been simply stupendous in the month of March.
He really has been, I think, one of the big surprises of spring training. But Eric came in, first thing, where is he at health-wise? Well, he's pretty healthy. His fastball is in the low 90s. He's throwing a good breaking ball. You take a look at his numbers for the spring, 3-0 record, ERA, and a 1.13. He has really thrown well, and looks to me like he's ready to go.
Big key, and the word you mentioned, he's healthy, pain-free for the first time since 2007, and he's trying to regain the form that he had in 2006 and 7 when he combined for close to 30 wins in those 2 years.
Yeah, and you really look at the health since he's been to Seattle. In 09, 15 starts. In 10, 15 starts. They need to get him upwards of 28, I think, this year. The strength of this club is going to be their starting rotation. He could be a big part of it.
To be sure, he had him with Felix Hernandez and Michael Pineda and everybody else. When we come back, we'll take a look at how this team might be constituted when they tee it up for real on Friday night in Oakland. This is Mariner Baseball. Glad you are with us. We'll continue right after this. you very much. Tomorrow morning about 8 or 9 o'clock Pacific time, the 25-man rosters have to be submitted to New York. Let's take a look at what we think is going to be the Mariner Ball Club starting tomorrow, Mike.
Well, you look at the bullpen, some new faces. Aaron Laffey, one of the left-handers in the pen. Tom Wilhelm's a great story. He's going to be in the bullpen. You look at the veteran guys in League, in Ray, and Wright. They're going to be very important because with Arzma starting the season on the DL, they're going to lean on those guys.
Can't wait to get Arzma back. The starter's pretty much a no-brainer, and I'm real happy to see that guy in a 5-hole.
Well, I would agree. I think Michael Pineda, again, another great story of spring. His kid, the ceiling for him is limitless. This guy can really throw. He's going to have his fastball in the mid to upper 90s. But let's not put too much pressure on him early. It's nice to have a rotation when you have Felix at the top of it.
That indeed it is, and I think that young man Pineda is really fired up. Let's take a look at the infield and who's going to be manning those positions.
Well, it'll be interesting, really, when you look at the infield. The big thing, obviously, is Jack Wilson moving over to second base. He hasn't played it. His career has been made as a shortstop, but he's going to make the switch. Why? Because Brendan Ryan, one of the best defensive shortstops in the National League the last couple of years, will be up the middle. And
for your outfielders, your DHs, and your catchers, it's a pretty good list, and guys have swung the bat pretty well here in the last few weeks.
They really have, and the key again with Franklin Gutierrez starting on the DL. Look for Ryan Langerhans and Michael Saunders get the bulk of the time in center field.
So there's a look at the Mariner Ball Club as we get ready to start the 2011 season. Friday, Milt Bradley swung the bat real well in springtime for Dodger Stadium. Final spring tune-up. We'll have the first pitch coming your way right after this timeout. Chavez Ravine, Dodger Stadium, final spring tune-up for both clubs. Dodger Stadium, a gorgeous night here. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for tonight's game.
And for Eric Wedge and the Mariners, leading things off tonight, it'll be Ichiro, Figgins, and Bradley, who's having a great spring. Cuss leading the team in home runs and RBIs. He will hit cleanup and it's Smoke. Langerhans getting the start out in center field, hitting 6th. Then it's Ryan Wilson and Adam Moore will do the catching tonight in his 9th.
On the mound, Ruby De La Rosa for the Dodgers.
Look at the defense for the Dodgers. In the outfield, it'll be Timms, Kemp, and Andre Ethier. On the left side of the infield, Uribe and Furcal. On the right side, Jimmy Carroll will get the start at second base. Loney over at first. And Hector Jimenez will do the catching.
Well, here we go. Ichiro will lead things off. And takes first pitch for strike. .275. No homers, 3 runs batted in for Ichiro. And De La Rosa, we were told the young man can throw hard, and that he does.
The report that we were able to get on him is last year, at times in the minor leagues, he was approaching 100 miles an hour.
And Ichiro is done in 3 pitches. All right, you got final spring game. You come to L.A. You got a day off tomorrow. You got a workout. You got to tell the fans what we were talking about earlier. As a veteran player in this last game, I mean, you can feel the adrenaline starting to fire up. Let's go, right?
Yeah, you're anxious. You're anxious to get the season started and play these games for real. This last game of the spring is always the most difficult, and it's the most difficult for the veteran guys.
There's Milton Bradley sending one to Figgins, beg your pardon, sending one to left field and tracked down by Timms with second out.
Well, we also saw a bunch of younger guys on the flight up to L.A. today, and those guys are going to be chomping at the bit to get out there. They're excited about it. They don't care. This is an opportunity to play in a big league ballpark. First time for many of them.
Brian Moran, Josh Fields, Stephen Hensley, Scott Patterson. They may get some action. Denny Almonte, Rich Poitras, Carlos Truenfeld among them. Stephen Barron. Here's Milton Bradley. Home plate umpire, Angel Campos. Alfonso Marquez at first, Lance Barrett. Make that Lance Barrett at home plate. Alfonso Marquez at first, Angel Campos at second, and Mark Ribbinger at third. In terms of beauty, it's one of the best settings in all of professional sports in North America. Tapper. Del Rosa gets it over to James Loney. Mariners are gone 1-2-3 here in the top of the first. The Dodgers coming to bat. Don Mattingly, their new skipper. See how things go with him. Los Angeles as we check the starting lineups for the Dodgers this evening. They come in with a record of 13-21-1.
And for Don Mattingly, it'll be for Call, Carroll, and Ethier. And it's Kemp, Uribe, Loney, Timms, Jimenez, and then the pitcher will hit tonight. He will hit ninth, De La Rosa. You look at the spring numbers for Eric Bedard. Again, eye-popping. ERA at a 1.133, 3-0 record so far. 16 innings pitched for him, 14 strikeouts.
First pitch, 2 for Cal. Popped up back this way, strike 1. Mariners 2-0 against the Dodgers this spring. March 4th over at Camelback on 9-4 victory. That's a game Alex Liddy hit a grand slam. Then on the 25th over in Peoria, 6-0 Mariners. All right, through the box, a base hit. Curveball hung over the plate. Cal knew what to do with it.
For the Dodgers, second base.
Take a look at the defense for the Mariners tonight. So that ball going up the middle past Jack Wilson. In the outfield will be Bradley. Langerhans getting the start in center field. Ichiro out and right. Biggins at third. Brendan Ryan will be the shortstop. Jack Wilson at second base. Justin Smoke over at first. And Adam Moore will do the catching tonight.
So Bedard, it's a great-looking curveball over in Peoria. He's looking forward to getting back up to Seattle where air's a little bit more moist. He was complaining about not having good control. I said, "Are you kidding me?"
Yeah, he wanted a sharper break on his curveball in his last couple outings. It looked pretty sharp to me.
There are the Jimmy Carroll numbers from a year ago. Played for Cleveland and Eric Wedge a few years ago.
And we saw that a lot from Eric in the spring. A lot of fastballs inside to the right-handed hitters.
Set up that curveball so he can paint outside.
Or bounce it if he wants to.
Sure. There's Eric Wedge in his first year as manager of the Mariners. Raring to go for Friday night in Oakland. Line drive into center field, base hit. First two Dodger batters have reached.
Batting next, right fielder, number 16, Andre Ethier.
Solid base hit from Carroll. It's a fastball. He wanted to throw it away, and it's up in the middle of the plate. Carroll not trying to do too much with it. Solid line drive base hit up the middle.
Brings up Andre Ethier, the right fielder for the Dodgers. Good year last year with 292, 23 homers, and 82 runs batted in. He spoke to some of the media here in L.A. thinking this might be his last year. Ned Coletti, the GM, on record the last day or two, says, no, he's one of my favorite people, one of the good guys in this organization, and a valuable commodity. We're not really interested in moving him. Popped up, out of play. Ethier this spring, 262, home run, and 8 runs batted in. Remember, we were here 2 years ago, regular season. He had a late game home run. He had a bunch of those in that 2009 campaign. His fist fouled back. So Don Mattingly, in his first year as skipper for the Dodgers, talked to him before the game. I said, is it true? I heard a report that you stood in with your pitchers, against your pitchers. That's Trey Hillman, too, on your left, the former KC manager. You stood in against your pitchers, no helmet, and just to get a feel. He says, yeah. He says, I trust them. He says, my whole deal is I want to get to know the pitchers, I want the pitchers to know me. I know the regular position players because I was one.
I actually saw a little bit of that of him standing in there when they were pitching.
Well, stroke right field. Ichiro going back. Can't get it. For Cal will come around. Carroll being held up at third. So a RBI double by Andre Ethier. And Bedard's been hit hard here in the first 3 batters.
Look, they want to go back inside. That pitch, middle of the plate. Ichiro almost gets to it. You know, one of the things, talking about the position players, even for the pitchers and Bedard now being a veteran guy, we noticed it a little bit with Pfister yesterday, and then Vargas. All these guys getting their last starts have probably not been their sharpest of the spring. They're ready to go, too.
Hey, remember yesterday we were talking about that. There was a stretch where Pfister, 4th inning, got an out, then it went walk, hit batter, and George Fraser, we were working with the Colorado Rockies announcer. He said, sometimes you sort of have an out-of-body experience, and I asked Doug about that. He said, that's exactly right. He says, I went to throw a changeup, and as he's in his motion, and he's coming out, and he says, God, where am I? What am I doing? Everything went wrong, and it went wrong for those 3 hitters. He says, it's time to go. Let's play. Let's make them count. But he said it was weird, and that does happen on occasion. Kemp having a super spring. This one popped up, playable. Langer hands. The center fielder coming in, sets himself. Here's the throw, runner holds. Cut off by Smoke. So Kemp trying to bring in the run, doesn't get it deep enough, 1 down.
For the Dodgers, third baseman, number 5, Juan Uribe.
Can't paint him any better than that. That is gorgeous. And a lot of times, Mike, you played here. The smog was bad in greater L.A. You couldn't see those mountains back there.
Yeah, ball doesn't carry quite as well at night here. Gorgeous day today, though.
Here's Uribe off the fist. Smoke has it covered. 2 down. It's a big out. Uribe coming over from the Giants. They did not re-sign him. He signed as a free agent here with the Dodgers. Coming off a big year, 24 homers and 85 runs. Batted in.
Batting next,
and after giving him some hits early in the game, a couple of good pitches from Eric. Really was able to get in on both Kemp and Uribe.
Here's James Loney, the first baseman. This spring, 254. No homers and 3 runs batted in.
Eric so far 18 pitches in this inning, 17 of them for strikes.
Up high, ball 1 to Loney. Yesterday, our conversations with the Colorado folks, looks like Colorado and the Giants are expected to be the big teams in the West. The Dodgers a year ago, 80 and 82 under Joe Torre, and wrapped up his managerial career after last season. What do you think of this Dodger ball club?
Well, again, they have some talent as far as their pitching staff goes. Seeing De La Rosa tonight, young kid, throws in the mid to upper 90s. Kershaw, I think, is terrific as a left-hander. And I think they're similar in a lot of ways with the Mariners. Pretty good defensive club, and catch it, run it down a little bit for you. Just a matter of how much offense they're going to be able to produce.
You bet. There's Billingsley, Chad Billingsley on the right. They just re-signed him to a big contract. There's Kershaw. He goes tomorrow night against Tim Lincecum in the opener against the world champion Giants. Langerhans coming in hard. Coming in. Can't get it. Couple of runs are going to score. Dodgers up the lead to 3-0. Got just enough of it.
Yeah, that's the one that can be frustrating for a pitcher. You have second and third, nobody out infield back. You get the first 2 guys out, and then a little jam shot off Maloney as Langerhans tries to get there in time and give up 2 runs with 2 outs on a pretty good pitch. Might have been up in the zone a little bit, but still another hitter that was jammed by Bedard.
The Dodgers have an early 3-0 lead. Here's Marcus Thames. Comes over from the Yankees. He strokes one center field. Langerhans puts it away. So Bedard threw strikes. The Dodgers hit strikes, and they scored 3 times. In L.A. as the Mariners and the Dodgers wrap it up for spring 2011. Day off tomorrow for the Mariners. Open up Friday in Oakland, 7:07 first pitch. Felix Hernandez against Trevor Cahill. Good-looking pitching staff with that Oakland Athletics team. Swing and a miss by Jack Cust. Hitting .238 with 4 home runs and 14 runs batted in this spring. Jack homered to straightaway center over at Salt River at Talking Stick yesterday. That was a big blast. 2-run shot in the 7th. Young De La Rosa's out of Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic. Combined for a 7-2 record at Great Lakes and Chattanooga last year. 4 years in the minors. Speaking of Jack's liking, he's been looking for fastballs to hit here in the spring. He's been getting a steady dose of breaking pitches, and this kid, he throws hard. 2-1.
Not unusual for Jack to see 4, 5, 6 pitches in at bat. He's done that all spring also. Mentioned it earlier. Leads the club in home runs and RBIs for the spring. You can see 4 home runs, 14 RBIs for him.
You play with a guy that had this kind of patience, that had this kind of pop. A lot of times you get guys that have this kind of patience. They're not big power guys like Jack is. Ooh, he takes a called third strike. Lance Garrett punches him out. Thought it was a little low, did Jack. Second strikeout for De La Rosa.
Let's take another look at it. I think I will agree with Jack. It looked like the pitch was down. Well, that's what happens when you take a lot of pitches, too. Sometimes you get behind in counts, and borderline pitches, you're willing to take them.
Here's Justin Smoke, first baseman. Cutting before the game. He said, "You ready, big fella?" He says, "Yeah, it's nice to be in a regular stadium, a real pro stadium." And our kind of music, there was some hip hop going on, blaring here at Dodger Stadium. He was into that. Yeah, with the demographic over in Peoria, sometimes they'll play some classics from the 40s and 50s, and he liked the classics of the 2000s.
like most of the guys.
Right.
I like the way he's been swinging the bat this last week. A lot of times you want to feel good at the plate and swing it much better. And that's what he has done the last week. Starting to drive the ball a little bit more. Hopefully you can just roll that right into the season starting Friday.
Here. Walked a couple of times yesterday, went 0 for 1. Smoke to be followed by Ryan Langerhans. Oh, by the way, I got to pass this along from our marketing VP Kevin Martinez a couple of nights ago on Twitter. He says, for the home opener next week against Cleveland, Smoke goes down swinging. Third strikeout, 2 outs here in the second. Kevin wants everybody coming to the Mariners home opener on the 6th to wear white shoes in honor of our late, dear departed friend Dave Niehaus, because Dave was a guy that
he liked
his white shoes. So
what was the name of the store in Kansas City that
all
the
he
time?
told Jones. He took my first year at the club. David, you got to come with me. Come on. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go get something to eat. Then we're gonna go over to Jones. We're gonna get some shoes.
And they 3 or 4 pair of them.
And every year came out with at least 2 pair of white shoes.
Oh yeah.
So I have to. That'll be one of the things on my to-do list tomorrow in San Francisco. I got to find myself some white shoes so I can be a little vintage Dave Niehaus on Friday a week. If you don't have white shoes, do what I'll probably do if I don't find anything that I like.
Tennis shoes on?
Yeah, polish up, clean up your tennis shoes, your walking, your running shoes, whatever. Put a suit on. Dave, this is for you, big fella. 1-1 to Langerhans, who's been outstanding here this spring, and thank goodness the Mariners have him, given that Franklin Gutierrez, whatever it is that's ailing him, and that has been a mystery. He's going to have him on the DL. Langerhans has done a very nice job manning center field.
He really came into spring training and won his job, too. He swung the bat well all spring, driving the ball all over the place.
With that one game, he doubled and tripled off the batter's eye in Peoria. Oh, boy, he muscled up on that fastball, and it was a good one. Strikes out the side, does De La Rosa. He's got a 3-0 lead. Park here in L.A. And a reminder, you can join us for an afternoon of baseball in the first U.S. Bank Mariners matinee of the season. Mariners meet the Blue Jays at a special 12:40 start. Get your tickets today at Mariners.com or any Mariners team store. Dodger catcher Hector Jimenez, followed by Ruby De La Rosa and Rafael Furcal, 8-9-1 against Eric Bedard. Gave up 3 runs on 4 hits in the first inning. Talking about Bedard's form, hoping that he can get back to where he was in Baltimore when he used to just torment the American League East. He was 15-11 in 06 with a 3.76 ERA. 07 he went 13-5 with a 3.16 and big strikeout numbers. Mike, he goes 171 innings in 171 Ks in 196 innings, and then 221 in 182.
And that's exactly the type of pitcher that we've seen this spring, which has been encouraging, I think, for everybody. I know Eric Wedge, again, would like to see him. If you could get 30 starts at him, it'd be great. One thing we haven't seen from him tonight is that really good breaking ball that he's had, at least over the last couple of weeks. There's one of them.
2-2. Jimenez was with Houston just for less than a cup of coffee. 2 games, he went 0 for 2. Gobbled up by Figgins. There's one happy camper there, Sean Figgins, back at third. Just react now when the ball's coming out of it, not thinking. You know, having to play at second base. That sure belongs to Jack Wilson now. He's got to think everything as the ball comes off the bat, totally foreign to what he's used to his entire career.
A lot of people think it's easy moving over to second base when you've been a shortstop your whole life, but it is different. You get a different look from everything. And the hardest part, in my estimation, would be turning double plays, because it's be the first time in Jack's life where he's going to have his back to the runner. You know, hang in there and then turn 2. But I think the move with Figgins also over to third, and we've seen it this spring. Hopefully he can take it into the season. He swung the bat extremely well. Fantastic. He seems to be excited.
No, he is.
Yeah.
And trust me, he is.
I mean, it's a good sign.
1-2 to De La Rosa, pitcher. Good job at Jack making that move, particularly turning 2. Jack's lost a lot of weight. You can see, look at his face, how angular his face is. He's down about 12, 15 pounds. Did a great job working out. He's a terrific soccer player, so being nimble, you know, with his feet is going to come into play here too. His glove, it looks like it goes back to about 1853. We'll have to do a piece on his glove one day. I picked it up and I said, God, who's this? Somebody's relic? And he said, no, it's Jack's gamer.
It looks like he has about 2 pounds of pine tar on the back of that thing.
I don't remember I've seen a lot of guys gamers, but not like that.
You get a glove that you like.
Yeah,
that's on to it.
That's what it was. I remember being in the equipment room, and they were rethreading it. Jeff Bopp was rethreading it. Did a nice job. First strikeout for Mr. Bedard, 2 down.
Dodger shortstop, Rafael Furcal.
He gets a high fastball and throws it by the pitcher. That's exactly what it is. De La Rosa able to foul off a couple pitches, and Aaron got tired of that and just put him away.
It's a pitcher, for crying out loud. Carl Willis done an outstanding job. You can see why he and Eric Wedge have been together for so many years together. And Carl, part of the '87 world champion Minnesota Twins. Adam Moore held that one a long time. Ball 1. 3 straight hits by the Dodgers to greet Bedard in the first. Trying to conclude the second here for 1-2-3.
It'll be interesting to see how they all work together to put the bullpen together this year with Ardsman. It looks like he's going to be out at least a month. And you have some young kids that are out there that made the club. Congratulations to them. And somebody's going to have to close games. And I think they'd like for Brandon League to do that, although he hasn't named that person
That's
yet.
good. There it is right there. Jamie Wright has been untouched here in the spring. League can do it. League's been really good his last 3-4 outings after really struggling.
Chris Ray has closed game. He has experience closing games in the big league. There's David.
Popped up, playable. Adam Moore taking charge. Hello. A little creamy on the ending of that one. He gets it for the third out. 3-0 Dodgers. LA 3-0 Dodgers. Make sure you're on hand for a very special opening night. And the Mariners and Indians meet at Safeco Field on Friday, April 8th. All fans are going to take home a 2011 magnetic schedule. It's courtesy of Safeco Insurance. And of course, we're going to pay tribute to our dear departed Dave Niehaus, including a performance by Seattle recording artist Macklemore, and the ceremonial first pitch will be thrown by Dave's wife, Marilyn. For more information, visit mariners.com. Marilyn, we look forward to seeing you out at the ballpark and up in the booth next week.
Yes, people might be wondering how she's doing. We just saw her in Arizona. She looked great.
Yep.
Is doing well.
I think she'll get a kick out of the white shoes when we show up with the white shoes next week.
She heard about it when we were in Arizona, and she had a nice chuckle.
Swinging a miss. De La Rosa is dealing 0-2.
He is throwing hard.
He's faced 6 hitters and struck out 4. D. Gordon takes over. D. Gordon takes over at shortstop for Cal. Ryan behind 0-2. Laced into left field for the first Mariner hit.
Brendan's interesting to
Batting
me.
next, second baseman.
Take a look at this nice short swing. Another good fastball right in the middle of the plate. Hits it hard out into left field. But his first year with St. Louis, hit 290. Last year had his struggles, but he hurt his wrist and he was having a tough time swinging the bat. He's healthy now, so we'll see what he's going to be able to do offensively to help this club.
Just on that replay, he was up about 2.5 fingers up on the bat, choked up on a bat. I don't remember seeing him doing that the last couple of weeks. That's interesting. Jack Wilson's had a nice spring swinging the bat, 364. And he looks at ball 1.
Well, he's over there watching De La Rosa throw the first couple innings. He figures 97 miles an hour. He better shorten up a little bit.
Pretty good idea, Ollie. A couple of days ago, Jack played, if you will, steady second base. Didn't come out of the game in the minor league game, the one that Felix pitched a couple of days ago. And just to try to get some action. He said he did not get more than about 2 balls down there. Participated in a double play, but just seeing the ball off the bat.
Typically, you'll see the big leaguers go down to the minor league games to get some extra swings in.
Yeah.
They'll lead off every inning if they need to. Jack went down there to work on some defense.
He stayed out there for a while. Slow roller. Carroll. And nice job by Brendan Ryan. D. Gordon can't complete the double play.
It's the fastball that gets in on the hands
Mariners,
right off
catcher,
the
number
pine
10,
tar of his bat.
Adam Moore.
Nice job by Brendan Ryan. See him go a little bit wide, but as long as you can touch that base with your hand, you're okay.
That's why shortstops are good athletes. Get out of the way if you can. Here's Adam Moore. Steadily improving with the bat. Did a good job hitting the ball to the right side this spring.
Done a really nice job again behind the plate, too.
He was on a roll last year, and then we got to Tampa Bay to St. Pete, middle of May, and stretched out trying to beat out an infield grounder and wound up hurting himself, a leg injury. And here's the double play the Dodgers were looking for. Broken bat, double play. De La Rosa has given up just 1 base hit. He's got a 3-0 lead. Dodgers lead it 3-0. The annual Boeing Salute to Kids Day. It's set for Sunday, April 10th. Mariners and Indians will square off. Afternoon matchup. All kids 14 and under, you're going to take home an Ichiro shirt. Plus, youngsters ages 6 through 14. Enter now for honorary ballpark jobs for the day. For tickets to Salute to Kids Day, visit Mariners.com. Day off tomorrow, opening night, Friday night at the Athletics. Felix Hernandez against Trevor Cahill. Jamie Carroll, Andre Ethier, and Matt Kemp, 2, 3, 4. In the Dodger order against Eric Bedard. Carroll singled to center his first time up. Well, when you talk to Bedard, too, it's a different guy from when he came over about 4 years ago now. A lot more relaxed. And I guess if you're hurting all the time, you're frustrated, you can't get out there and pitch, maybe the best parts of your personality are not going to come out.
Well, and I think sometimes, too, because you're hurt and you're away from the game and you start missing it again, he's probably excited just to be back out playing again.
Three and one. The ball game at 3-2. Michael Saunders got the night off. See a lot of him. He had a tough day yesterday. 0 for 3. That will get foul. Look out.
We'll probably get a couple of at-bats in tonight's game. There's Michael.
Talking to Ted Simmons today, who's Jack Zarincik's executive assistant. Jack's going to join us, by the way, in the 5th. And low ball 4. One of the things that Ted was talking about was youngsters.
Right fielder, number 16, Andre
Saunders.
Ethier.
Yeah, you got to hope that they're going to be able to come through power-wise with this ball club. Obviously, scoring runs was an issue last year. Yeah, that the cusp and smoke. And if you get the 4 guys going with a little pop, you never know.
Well, you'd like to see Milton Bradley taking the spring into the season also.
Yep.
He's really swung the bat well this spring.
And he's been healthy.
Yeah, he's been healthy.
Here's Ethier. RBI double last time up.
Your attention, please. Pinch running, number 65, Ivan De Jesus.
Ivan De Jesus Jr. is pinch running. We saw Ivan back in the 25th over in Peoria. Yep. His daddy was the former infielder with the Cubs and the Phillies, among others. Good breaking ball.
It's something I'm anxious to see over the course of the first couple of weeks, maybe the first month, is to watch Eric Wedge manage this club and see how much he's going to push the issue with them as far as running and putting the game in motion. You don't get to see a lot of that in spring training because you want guys to get their bats out of the way and work on that. And now that they're getting here, they're going to start opening day on Friday.
I'm with you on that. I mean, we'd only see when Eric is over in Cleveland, we see him, 4, 5, maybe 6, 7 times. But given what he has here and knowing the pluses and minuses of this ball club, it is going to be a lot of fun to watch him work this club. Look out. Foul ball.
You know, one would assume, anyways, that Ichiro and Figgins, they have the green light to run whenever they want to. There are other guys in this lineup that run well. Brendan Ryan, Jack Wilson can run.
Milton
Ryan
can run.
Langerhans when he gets in there.
Yeah, Bradley can run.
Milton can steal a base for you.
But he's got some weapons. The dart ahead of Ethier, 1-2. Already had him, 2-2. Ethier, a big power guy with this ball club since he's been here in Los Angeles. You know, they did not make the playoffs last year. 2 previous years, they had been knocked out of the playoffs by the Phillies.
It's a good ratio, 31 strikes to the 14 balls that he's thrown, 45 pitches overall. Number's a little bit high.
Two and 2 to Ethier. Well-located pitch.
He's got off a couple of them, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Working both sides of the plate on him.
Miguel Oliva, what a terrific addition he has been to this ball club. Chris Chambliss to your left, the hitting coach. Didn't quite snap that one off. Full count now to Ethier. On deck is Matt Kemp. Jesus, the pinch runner, will stay on and play second base. He takes off. Oh, they got him.
They call a balk?
Must have called a balk. Alfonso Marquez, the first base umpire.
Well, he's saying that Eric crossed the plane with his right foot, throwing it over there. A lot of times Eric will put his knee across, but he won't drag his foot across, and the umpire sure did.
Home plate umpire, Lance Barrett and Marquez at first. They both had it. So now De Jesus in scoring position. 3-2 to Ethier. Coming up to Ethier here. 102nd, nobody out. Dropped down on that release point, fouled it off again. Boy, Ethier is hanging tough.
Keeps firing fastballs inside to him. Just getting a little bit of it. He's late on all of them. Pitch will be the 11th to Ethier in this at bat.
See what gives here. You got De Jesus at second base. Mariners down 3-0. Dodgers got all three in the first inning. Here we go, 3-2. Playable, Milton Bradley. Makes the catch. De Jesus will hold, one down. What a battle that was.
For the Dodgers, center fielder, number 27, Matt Kemp.
That brings up Matt Kemp. Up to 50 pitches now for Bedard. We're just in the third inning.
Ethier got a couple pats on the back, so he's probably done in the game. It looks like Manley just wants to get everybody a couple of at-bats and get them out of there. Not unusual. Get down to the last couple games. They like to start the season healthy, so he wants to keep them sharp, let them see a few pitches, and send them off to the showers.
Don, the last 3 years of Joe Torre here is with Torre in New York. First year as the manager of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Got a brand new book written by Mike Shailen called Donnie Baseball. Goes the other way, finds a hole to Jesus, rounding third. Ichiro's throw, cut off, smoke to Ryan, not in time. As Kemp takes second. 4-0 Dodgers.
And Eric's getting a little bit unlucky in this game. Jams him with a breaking ball right off the label. Fights it through the right side of the infield. Jesus with good speed. Smoke cuts it off, tries to get Kemp. Gets into second base easily.
So Kemp's night appears he's done as well. You're right. Good. Unlucky is right. A couple of these balls.
A couple of flares have hurt him.
Uribe pops one up. Trent Olchin is in the game now, number 49. Still only one out. Just look down and I see third base coach Tim Wallach, your ex-teammate, third base coach for the Dodgers. His positioning, Uribe clearly must be a deadly pull hitter. I mean,
he's not anywhere near that box, is he?
Timmy's practically in Mattingly's lap. And he backs up on the pitch, and there's why. There's why. Larry Bowa used to do that when he was with the Yankees, and Sheffield was with the Yankees.
No, Sheffield, yeah.
Right? And you played against Sheffield. Get out of the way.
Yeah, dead pull hitter. You see him wearing the helmet. That's, I think, been a great idea to make all the coaches that are on the field wear a helmet.
Tommy Lasorda, the Hall of Famer, and who could forget when he was coaching the All-Star game?
Safeco.
At Safeco Field. Oh, big hack by Uribe, and he's gone. 2 outs.
A couple of breaking balls to Uribe, and comes back with a good fastball again inside, ties him up. Fastball above the belt.
So 2 outs and James Loney. 2-run single in the first inning. Olchin takes his lead at second. We'll see a lot of the Dodger youngsters and eventually see a lot of the Mariner youngsters in this ball game as well. De La Rosa's one pass through the Mariner order. He's faced a minimum of 9. He's got 4 strikeouts. And a double play help him in the third. On back to the fastball. Young Mr. De La Rosa. See if he comes out for the fourth. Looks like he's going to.
I would think that he and Eric both are going to have to get their pitch counts up tonight. It's like Eric will get the start in Arlington. So he'll have 4 days after this start.
Ball and 2 strikes. Stayed with it. Ryan takes care of the ground ball. And Loney is gone. Dodgers pick up another run here in the home third. Got a 4-0 lead. Thank you, Angie. Second time around for the Mariners against Ruby De La Rosa. Ichiro struck out on 3 pitches to open up the ball game. De La Rosa struck out 4 of the first 6 men that he faced, and then got out of potential trouble with the double play ball in the 3rd.
He is just going right at him with a good fastball. 31 pitches for him so far. Nice ratio, 25 strikes and just 6 balls.
Try to play. Dodger outfield now with Marcus Thames, Trent Olchin, and Jerry Sands. Infield, Aaron Miles at 3rd, D. Gordon at short, DeJesus at 2nd, and Corey Smith at first base. Thames will no doubt be coming out of the ballgame after he gets his leadoff at bat in 4th. 1-2 to Ichiro. That'll get out of play. Well, you know he's going to get 200. Was it 214 last year? What are you putting in the bank for Ichiro this year?
Assuming he stays healthy, which he always has, I think he'll probably be in that range again. 210 to 220, 25, something like that.
Remarkable performer. And he strikes out. This De La Rosa kid is really having a night. 5 strikeouts. 1 down here in the 4th.
Number 9, Sean Figgett.
They just went right after Ichiro, just pumping fastballs in there. And here's another one right in the middle of the plate. Gives you an idea how electric his fastball is. You won't see Ichiro swing and miss at a fastball in the middle of the plate like that. He usually fouls him off if he doesn't get a hit.
Kid's game plan's pretty simple. I'm throwing strikes, boys. Mariners with 1 hit. Brendan Ryan, leadoff single in the 3rd.
Good backdoor slider.
Sure was. De La Rosa certainly getting a lot of attention tonight. This is his first appearance in Major League Spring Training Camp. He was the Branch Rickey Minor League Pitcher of the Year last year. 8-7. As I mentioned, Great Lakes and Chattanooga. Thames had him played pretty much perfectly. 2 down.
Coming to the plate, left fielder, number 15, Milton Bradley.
De La Rosa combined for 8-7 record at 2.90 ERA. Opponents hit just .225 against him. You can definitely see that he could be with this ball club before long. Maybe not this year, but certainly he's got too much to wait. You think?
From what I'm saying, I don't see how he's not on this club.
Jeez, he looks great. Let's pump it in there.
Speaking of good pitching, Friday night the opener 7:07. Felix Hernandez, Trevor Cahill, 18-game winner for the A's. Those two will match up on Friday night.
Good pitching staff of Oakland. Cahill, Anderson,
Gio Gonzalez.
Can get a good pace. De La Rosa, this one. Chopped down to Corey Smith, but foul. Getting in that last look at the ball club before rosters are locked up to start this season. Bradley, swing and a miss. Strikeout number 6 for De La Rosa through 4. And a 4-0 Los Angeles lead. Over the Mariners here in the final spring training game of 2011. Make sure you follow the Mariners with MLB.com at bat 11 for your iPhone, iPad, Android, or BlackBerry device. You get spring training scores, stats, highlights, live audio, and more. Text at bat to 31826 or visit Mariners.com for details. Dave Sims, Mike Blowers with you as we get ready for the opening 2011 campaign in Oakland on Friday night. Here's Marcus Timms batting out of the 7-hole. Hector Jimenez and the pitcher's schedule. Timms in his first time up flied out to center. To Timms. A lot of home runs for Detroit last year with the Dodgers. With the Yankees. The second tour with them. Here's the 2-1. Popped up, coming on Figgins. And I don't blame him.
Not in the last spring training game during the season. I'm sure that you'll see Adam Moore. He'll go into that camera well during the season, but the last spring training game, you don't want to see anybody get hurt. Ball bounce off the warning track just short of the camera well.
I'll take discretion, choice A. Hammered, deep left. Bradley going back, gone. Timms has always been a high home run per at-bat guy in the American League. Now he's over here in the National League with the Dodgers, and he smokes that with his first in the spring, his 4th RBI. It's 5-0 Dodgers.
Number 79, Hector Jimenez.
The first rough outing I've seen from Bedard. He tries to come back inside with a fastball, doesn't get it there. You can see Adam reach back out over the plate. Hammers that one into the seats out in left field.
There's Jimenez. Looks like they're sending De La Rosa out to the on-deck circle for the moment. Jimenez grounded out to third his first at bat. Bedard getting touched up in his final spring tilt here. Just the second home run given up this spring. Tom Wilhelmsen warming up as Jimenez is called out on strike.
Pitcher, Ruby De La Rosa.
Bedard's third K. Wilhelmsen out of baseball for a while. Did a lot of bartending. Jack Zrenzik was familiar with him from years ago when he had him in the Milwaukee system. And Tom's come out and thrown strikes and been very effective. We're talking to pitching coach Carl Willis and skipper Eric Wedge, a guy that can maybe give you back-to-back or 3 innings if necessary.
He's impressed me with his velocity. Able to throw fastball in the low to mid-90s at times. Throws strikes, which is what you want to see. He was out of baseball for, what, 5 years?
Mm-hmm. Had some legal issues as De La Rosa goes down second time. 4 strikeouts for Bedard. 2 outs. A run in here in the 4th.
For the Dodgers, shortstop number 70, D. Gordon.
Top of the order, D. Gordon's going to get his first at bat tonight. Not all the youngsters out. Give them a taste of action here at Dodger Stadium. Playing a final spring training game like this where you get to come up with the big club?
Oh yeah, many times. And it's again, if you're a regular, you're ready to get going. If you're young, it's still kind of fun. You don't mind it. But for the older guys, the veteran guys, they've had enough.
Jack Wilson throws out Gordon. Big blow, a Marcus Timms home run. Here in the 4th inning, Dodgers lead at 5-0. Here at Dodger Stadium in Chavez Ravine, Los Angeles on Saturday, April 9th, you can take home your very own American League Cy Young winner on Felix Hernandez bobblehead night. Now, the Mariners will be hosting the Indians that evening. First 20,000 fans pick up this year's Felix bobblehead thanks to Root Sports. Purchase your tickets today at Mariners.com or any Mariners team store. Jack Cust, Justin Smoke, Ryan Langerhans, 4, 5, and 6 here in the 5th inning against Ruby De La Rosa. Cust in his first time up took a called 3rd strike. De La Rosa has been something else tonight with 6 strikeouts through 4 innings. Down low.
Well, we heard a lot about his arm before the game today, and he's showing it tonight. Take a look at it. 48 pitches for him so far, 36 of them for strikes, just 12 balls.
He is pretty locked in. To the second baseman, De Jesus throws out Jack Cust. One down here in the Mariner fifth. Pleased to be joined by the Mariners general manager, Jack Zarencic.
Coming to the plate,
Jack Z, good to see you, pal. How are
Good to
you?
be on. Thank you.
Good
Thanks
to
for
have
having
you.
me.
So tell us, what do you think you have in your hands here as you're about to make one more cut as we get ready for tomorrow?
We got a pretty good pitcher thrown against us. That's what we got.
Yeah, that's
They were
for
telling
sure.
me next door, this kid signed for $15,000. He's up to 99 tonight.
Yeah.
You know, it's pretty good demand for a young guy. So, 22-year-old kid. So, yeah, we're going to, obviously, when the game ends, we have to make some decisions. They're made. You know, we know what we're going to do. It's just a matter of, you know, going through what we have to do, fill it out, turn it in, computers on, let's go. You know, so we're ready to start.
Happy with the way spring has gone for you?
You know, I am. I would have liked to have seen a better showing tonight, you know, especially on TV back home for our fans, because we've had such a nice spring. I think that, you know, some guys have come in and, you know, have earned a right to be on this ball club, and it was fun to watch them.
Jerry Sands lays out and makes the catch. And one of their youngsters comes up with the gem. 2 outs here in the fifth.
I know a lot of people don't like to put a lot, baseball people, into what you see as far as the numbers and the stats and all that stuff in spring training, but a winning spring training for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, it's funny how you can debate that, you know, over the years, but I think it was important for us to come in and have a good spring training. I think it was important for us to, especially for Eric and his coaching staff, to establish, if you will, a code of ethics, how they're going to play the game, how to go about their business. And, you know, so I thought that went real well. I was very pleased with the work that Eric did and his coaching staff. You know, I thought right off the bat, the first meeting we had, you know, he basically, you know, sent a message to the players. Very, very business-like spring training for us.
What's the one thing or two things that really has you excited about this club right now?
You know, I think a good story in Tom Wilhelmsen, obviously, you know, for this guy to come in out of A-ball and make the club, and the story, it's well written and well talked about, but you know, he earned a right to be on his ball club, and I think that we're going to see him. I see he's warming up in a pen, so we're going to get our fans a chance to look at him. I mean, this kid is in the mid-90s, good breaking ball. And, of course, Michael Pineda. You know, I think when you look at where this organization is headed and the type of guys we're going to have to build around, we've got Felix, we got him. You know, I think that's it speaks well for, you know, what could become of this rotation.
One of the other changes that we've seen in spring training, Brendan Ryan at shortstop, Jack who's been a shortstop his whole life, moving over to second base. Thoughts about that and why he came to that decision?
You know, it was debated. You know, we went through several debates about it. But, of course, Jack's been, in the last 2 years, he's been injured with the pulled hammies and other little issues here and there. Brendan had came over to us when we made the trade with the reputation of being a quality shortstop. A lot of people thought, you know, that he may have been one of the top 2 or 3 best shortstops defensively in the league, in the National League. So I think as you looked at it and you thought, as you looked at Brendan playing second, Jack playing second, that we thought that it was a better combination. Jack's got a little acclimation to do here to the position yet, but you know, he's got quick feet. You know, he's a veteran guy. And, you know, and Brendan is a quality shortstop, so that's why we made the move. We thought we'd give Jack a chance to stay a little bit healthier, you know, as well through the course of the year.
Base hit by Langerhans had an outstanding spring, but the guy he's logging a lot of time for, Franklin Gutierrez, what's the latest on him?
You know, Franklin has felt really good the last 2 days. So he worked out yesterday and felt very good. And today also he says he feels real good. What we're going to have to do is wait to see day by day. You know, he's being evaluated. There have been a lot of things done, a lot of talks, a lot of tests. You know, I think our medical team has had their hands on it. And, you know, we're hoping he gets back, I hope 7 to 10 days. My guess would be closer to 10 days, you know. But, you know, we need Franklin. I mean, it's tough to start the season without your closer and your Golden Glove center fielder, and that's where we're at right now.
Ardsma?
Yeah, same thing. And David's been on the mound throwing. I'm going to guess, you know, again, it's all a guess because until he really starts to cut it loose, but we're looking probably 3 weeks, maybe to a month.
Wow. Yeah, that's not a surprise, but, you know, you're away from it for a couple of minutes, and then you think, geez, here's one of the premier closers in the game. Sean Kelly, he's looking at June, right?
Yeah, and again, another guy that's done real well. I mean, all the reports down there, real good about him. You know, that's great, you know, but you've got to be able to get on the mound and compete. And, again, I think we're looking probably, yeah, we're looking at the 1st of June for him.
Wow.
You have some options out in the pen with Brandon Lee. Chris Ray has done some closing in the big league, so Eric's going to have some options on who he wants to close games out for him and maybe set things up.
Yeah, and Brandon, who struggled early, had 2 really, really nice outings the last 2 times out. So, he was up to 97 the other day with good sink, and breaking balls better now. So, it's an interesting thing when you go. You come into spring training, and there's some kids come in with their hair on fire, who've been there before, boom, boom, and you get other guys that kind of pace themselves because they know who they are and they're veterans. And I think in Brandon's case, that's what happened. He came in, and, he's got the long limbs and kind of the delivery that he has. So, he needs time to perfect it. And hey, if he does what he did the last 2 times out, we're all going to be excited about that.
He was good.
And Chris Ray as well. I mean, Chris struggled a little bit early. He had to pull quad muscle. Now I think he's just starting to feel better. And his last couple outings, his velocity's peaked a little bit, so we'll see.
You feel like Jamie Wright, 37, 38 years old, hadn't been touched yet. An extra bonus for him.
Yeah, and I mean, and Jamie's always had a reputation of being around the plate, not necessarily a great strike thrower, but he came to us last year when we brought him over and did a very nice job for us. We decided to bring him back. He had other options. He decided to come back here. And I think he went 10 innings without giving up a run. So, and he pounded the strike zone. So that's a good thing to see. You get a veteran guy who's a great person like he is, put him in the bullpen down there with some of these young kids, because they're going to have to mentor these kids and tutor them a little bit.
That one fouled into the glove of Jimenez. Speaking of catchers, I've been very impressed by Miguel Olivo. He's thrilled to be back. Nice acquisition.
It is. And I mean, I think with Miguel, you've got to know what you want behind the plate. And what we're looking for is a guy to take charge, a guy that's a leader, a veteran guy that brings experience to the table. And that's what he does. He's got power. Yesterday, he had a couple balls on a button. But, if we get offense from him, that's great. Last year, I think he was in the 40% range throwing runners out. That can stop a running game. And those are things that you're looking for in a guy behind the plate.
And gets out of play.
And a great guy. What a great, he's a super guy. And tough as nails. He's strong and physical. And I think that dimension for that position, I'm excited to watch him play this year.
Take a little pressure off Adam Moore, too, right? And I think he's done a nice job this spring. His hitting's been a little bit better.
Yeah, and I think the thing with Adam, he's got a great relationship with Eric, and I think Datsy's done a real nice job with him. He's 26. He's going to be 27. And there's some people that think, hey, he should go back and play every day. Well, it's time to play up here. How much do you have to? How long do you have to wait? So, I think he is a good. He's going to be good in the role that he's in right now. And should anything happen, he'll get a little more playing time.
Jack, appreciate you stopping by. Good to see you.
Thank you.
And
Thanks
let's have a great year.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Jack.
Jack Zarenzik, the Executive VP and General Manager of your Seattle Mariners. 5-0 Dodgers here in L.A. FSN is brought to you by Jack in a Box. Right now, get the All-American Jack Combo with fries and a drink for only $4.99 plus tax. Glad you could join us here in Los Angeles, everybody. We're at Dodger Stadium. Final game of the spring for both teams. Dodgers have a 5-0 lead. They put 3 on the board in the first, added 1 in the third, and 1 in the fourth. And taking the mound now for the Mariners, one of the bright stories of this spring, Tom Wilhelmsen, has spent a lot of time out of baseball at the beginning of his career back in 2003. Then he's not back to baseball until 2009 with an independent team, and then picked up with the Mariners last year, and here he is. He's made this ball club.
And as Jack was saying, he has a good fastball. He'll be in the mid-90s. 10 innings pitched from 11 strikeouts. Gives you an idea of what kind of stuff he has.
We will face the 2, 3, and 4 holes in this Dodger order, as most of the kids are starting to be worked in, have been worked in by Don Mattingly. Ivan De Jesus Jr. You'll have Jerry Sands and Trent Olchin. Wilhelmsen, born in Tucson. He's 27 years old. And there's a base hit to left.
One of the things that we talked about was Wilhelmsen. He's 27 years old, having all that time off. He didn't use up many bullets, you know, and so his arm at 95, 96 miles an hour should be a young 27 years old because he hasn't pitched.
Selected by the Brewers, round 7 of the 0-2 draft in June. Mariners signed him as a free agent February a year ago. Here's Jerry Sands, right fielder. Don't forget to get your tickets to Mariner Baseball. Go to mariners.com, and for that home opener against Cleveland on the 6th, everybody's going to be wearing white shoes in honor of the late great Dave Niehaus. We'll have some fun that night. On the 8th, beg your pardon. Here's a ground ball, another base hit. Digging for third. De Jesus is there easily.
We saw this a lot from the Mariners this spring when the kids had a chance to play for the Mariners. It's usually when they scored a bunch of runs. That's what you get right here. Sands, between A ball and Double A last year, hit 35 home runs. This is just a solid base hit back up the middle. They put up some big numbers in their minor league system last year.
The runners at the corners. Trent Olchin came in and ran for Kemp back in the third. Dodgers had their trouble scoring last year after the All-Star break. The Mariners 2.9 runs, the Dodgers 3.30. Trey Hillman in the beard. He's a former Kansas City manager. Don Mattingly, Dodger manager. A good staff. Davey Lopes back with the club. He's at first base, the first base coach. Adam Moore going out to talk to Tom. Behind 2-0. Davey Lopes been back in Dodger uniform in about 30 years. Most recently, last 4 years, first base coach and sort of offensive coordinator for the Phillies. Got a World Series ring and a National League Championship ring. Part of that great Dodger infield. Russell, Lopes, and Garvey. Foul out of play. That's a long tenured group too.
Well, I'd say I believe he went to Mount Tahoma High School in Tacoma.
Mariners with just 2 hits tonight against Ruby De La Rosa, who struck out 6 through 5 innings.
I had to chuckle a little bit as we were watching them last inning and talking to Jack, because the other thing I was thinking about is if you're a veteran guy, the last thing you want to see on the last day of spring is some kid out there throwing 99 miles an hour and you've never heard of him.
That's right.
That makes it tough.
Oh, man. They're grabbing that hammy. 2-1. I get you a little work tonight, Mike. Go out there and swing a couple, all right?
Go up to Eric Wedge. Yeah, a couple at bats is good. Thanks.
Here he is. He's been outstanding tonight. I mentioned that Branch Rickey, minor league pitcher of the year in the Dodger system last year. 7-2, 6 saves, a 2.37 ERA. So Wilhelmsen comes in and has worked the full count now. Trent Olson. Aaron Miles is on deck. Two on, nobody out. Come home, tag at the plate, nicely done. Good throw by Smoke, good block of the plate by Moore, 1 out.
We've seen Justin Smoke this spring. He's done a nice job defensively at first base. It's behind the throw, accurate throw to home, easy play for Adam to put the tag on the runner.
Nicely done. We'll bring up Aaron Miles, 1 out. Runners at first and second. He does throw hard at Wilhelmsen. The National League West, Giants, Rockies. You got the Dodgers, Arizona, San Diego. Let's not forget San Diego. Great pitching, good defense. Is that enough for them to maybe overcome the Giants this year? And the Rockies? Because I think the Rockies look pretty stacked the way they swing.
The Padres?
Yeah.
Adrian Gonzalez isn't there anymore.
No, that's huge.
That's the bulk of their offense. I think
lie.
it's going to be tough. They struggled last year to score runs with Adrian in their lineup, and now he's gone. I think it's going to be tough. He, of course, went over to Boston Red Sox.
Matt Latos, top pitchers out for a while. Of course, we'll get to see our blood rivals, the San Diego Padres, a couple of times this year.
Yeah.
Go to San Diego May 20, 21, 22. Ball and 2 strikes. Popped up on a play. So this year, competition against the National League for the Mariners. They'll see the Phillies come to town, the Braves come to town, and Florida. Florida, that was the series supposed to be down there. But because of the U2 concert, Florida will play in Seattle in late June. Breaking ball, hit foul. San Diego will come to Seattle first 3 days in July. That's really late. That interleague tilt.
Mariners take a trip to Washington, D.C. this year.
A lot of good museums you need to check out, my man.
You can stay busy, can't you?
Mm-hmm. Well, of course, we're going to be going to Washington, D.C., where it's going to be, well, temperatures, Mike, are going to be about 95 with matching humidity. The good thing about Florida, though, with them coming to safety, they're going to be the home team. We'll play National League rules.
Well, it'd be neat for the fans to see that. Switch things up a little bit. The bad thing is they have the Phillies and the Braves coming in. A lot of people are expecting the Phillies to win it all, and the Braves much improved.
Yeah.
So it's a tough interleague schedule for the Mariners this year.
Freeman kid at first base is really supposed to be something. Ooh.
Oh.
Cross up there. Throw down to third. No.
That should be a wild pitch. He's been missing up and away when he's missed, and this one he misses badly. Just takes off on Adam. That almost looked like maybe he was crossed up on that pitch.
That is never a good feeling. So 1 out, 2-2 the count to Aaron Miles. Runners at second and third. Again, the Mariners have just 2 hits tonight, one by Ryan and another by Langerhans. They got the runner hung up. This is why I do pitching fielding practice. Figgins will run down the runner Sands. So 2 outs. Going all the way to third is Olchin. And holding it first is Miles.
Wilhelmsen, nice job fielding the ground ball. At this point, he stops the runner, but he wants to get the ball up a little bit earlier than he did. I guarantee you the coaching staff for the Mariners are getting a little nervous. Nice play by Figgins to close ground and make the tag. They like that pitcher. You stop the runner and then give up the ball. Let the athletes take care of things. You know what I mean, Dave?
Hey, Figgins got the speed. Time of year. I saw that 40 time, pal. I think I'm going to give it to you.
Yeah, good idea.
2 outs. The pitching, fielding practice coming into play. What I have to do is we'll ask Nate Robertson about what the 05 Tigers and all the pitching, fielding practice that they botched up in the World Series. That one's hammered too. Deep left. Good night. Nothing Dodgers.
Like Wilhelmsen trying to throw a breaking ball. Ended up just being a little cement mixer in the middle of the plate. Yeah. See Adam set up away. Pitch ended up right in the middle of the plate.
Xavier Paul really unloaded on that one. Well, here's Xavier Paul here. Corey Smith with a monster home run. There's a drive towards the line. Bradley's got room and makes the catch in fair territory. And Milton hears it from the fans down there. Corey Smith, big bomb there. 8-0 Dodgers into 5. Is about to complete their second look against De La Rosa, who's still in there. Jack Wilson fouling it off. Jack Wilson, Adam Moore, and possibly Ichiro. Dodgers have scored in every inning but the second.
And Ichiro has his helmet on, so he's going to hit.
Down the line, Corey Smith giving chase, runs out of room. Don Mattingly, 7 new players in, 7 of his youngsters in the lineup. Right now the Mariners still with their starters. A couple of home runs tonight. Marcus Tim solo home run and a 3-run shot by Corey Smith.
I think the difference between the way the two managers are doing it is the Dodgers open up tomorrow. The Mariners have a day off.
You bet. Good pitching matchup. Kershaw for the Dodgers against Tim Lincecum. The Giants will be in town tomorrow. Aaron Miles with the play. Throws to Smith, 1 out. So as we get ready for the Friday opener, the Mariner starting rotation. In the 1 hole, yes indeed, Felix Hernandez, followed by Jason Vargas, Doug Fister, Eric Bedard, and Michael Pineda. How about the test Pineda's going to get down in Texas?
I like it. The thing that we were able to see from him this spring is, along with having plus stuff, above average fastball, he throws strikes. He comes after people. And in Arlington, that's the one thing that you have to do if you want to have success. And I think he'll be fine if he can get through the first inning okay. I don't know if those guys are going to be ready to see 97 all night.
2 down.
For the Mariners, right fielder Ichiro Suzuki.
Now you look at that rotation. Everybody knows what you're going to get from Felix. I think if Vargas can just do what he did last year, you're happy with that. Doug Fister. Eric Bedard, a big key. I don't think it's going to go well for him tonight, but he's pitched well this spring and he's healthy was the main thing.
Yes, he has. So Don Mattingly coming out to get De La Rosa. Young man has pitched a whale of a ball game here, going 5 2/3. They're going to go to the pen. More of their youngsters coming out. There's going to be Randy Kiesler. We'll be back with more right after this. Recap. Eric Bedard had a fine spring entering tonight's game. He got roughed up a little bit here tonight, but he did get his work in, Mike.
And that's the biggest thing. Get his pitch count up where you want it. He looked healthy again. Everybody should be excited about that. His fastball was in the low 90s. Didn't have the command that we've seen from him all spring, but again, his last tune-up before the season starts. Get some offense going.
Ball club with just 2 hits. Good pitcher. Veteran Randy Kiesler spent a couple of years with the Yankees, San Diego, Cincinnati, Oakland, and last year St. Louis. 6 seasons in the bigs, a record of 4-4, a 6.63 ERA. Here's Ichiro. By Ruby De La Rosa, 5 2/3, 2 hits, 6 strikeouts. On strike. Sean Figgins is on deck for the Mariners. Another Gold Glove for Ichiro last year. Another 200 hit campaign. 10 consecutive. Nobody's done that. Two and one. Kiesler last year, just 4 games. Actually, back in 07, he's been out for a while. Been out of the bigs for a while. 07 was his last time in the big leagues. 4 games for the Cardinals, 0-4. 0-0 with a 5.19 ERA. Full count now to Ichiro. 2 outs. Nobody on. This at bat will live one more pitch at least.
Ichiro hasn't looked real comfortable up there tonight, even against this left-hander. I'm sure he's ready for the season to start.
Kidding. He needs 3 hits to tie Edgar Martinez for #1 on the Mariner all-time hit list. Edgar at 2,247, Ichiro at 2,244. Ichiro had 59 infield hits last year. Two. Boy, how did he get just get a piece of that?
Pitch is up and in. Catcher setting down and away. 8 pitches in this at bat. That's what I was saying. It gives you a good idea on De La Rosa how good his stuff was, because he usually can get a piece. He doesn't swing and miss very often.
Somewhere Richie Ashburn is proud because he is making this at bat live.
Pitch number 10 coming up.
Chris Chambliss, good addition. The ball club, the hitting coach. What more can you say?
Fans are happy. They keep getting souvenirs.
Had one section.
Yeah, right over the Dodger dugout.
They're thrilled.
7 foul balls for Ichiro so far in this at bat.
My goodness.
How about 8?
Serving number 8, serving number 8. But that guy's being careful while he's trying to get a photograph that he didn't get a foul ball right on him. So a 3-strikeout night for Ichiro here in Los Angeles. 1, 2, 3 go the Mariners in the 6th, down 8-0. Dodger Stadium here right now. The Mariners on the short end, 8-0. Day off tomorrow. Workout at the Coliseum in Oakland. Open up the season Friday night. Can't wait. Adam Kennedy takes over at second base as Eric Wedd starts to empty his bench. Rich Poitras at first base for the Mariners. Michael Saunders takes over in center. Denny Almonte's in right. New pitcher is Chris Ray.
And Chris, we talked about it, has been around. Been a closer, a setup guy. Last year with Texas and San Francisco.
How about that?
Let's see what he's done this spring. 8 innings pitched for him, 7 strikeouts, just 1 walk.
Kid batting, Matt Wallach, Tim Wallach's son. It is going to be interesting to see what the decision is on who comes out opening night, who's going to be the closer for the Mariners. Nate Tenbrink, he's in left field. Wallach swings and misses. Adam Moore throws down.
A couple of regulars left for the Mariners. Figgins still in at third, and Adam Moore behind the plate.
That's about it. Truenfeld's at short. This is Kiesler, the pitcher. Back in the old days when color TV was just coming out, each TV network would say, this NBC presentation is coming to a living color. Well, that's what my scorecard looks like right now.
It really does.
Holy jeez. A pretty good swing by the pitcher. Very good contact.
Opening day Friday, Dave. You don't have to worry about that anymore. All the changes and all of that.
Shortstop, number 7.
And it's the American League. We don't have to worry about double and triple switches. There's a guy when I was at the New York Daily News just starting out. There was an old, wonderful, grizzled old writer. He's a Michigan man, Norm Miller, who passed on not too long ago. And he loved football. He was insane for football. Hated baseball. Says, yeah, you guys, what is this? Action in the North Atlantic? Scratch, go out, talk, make a change, a double switch. He used to break chops all the time in the newsroom with that stuff. So when you talk about all of the changes in the color and everything, I think of old Normie Miller.
Just didn't appreciate all the strategy that was going on.
Come on, it's action in the North Atlantic. D. Gordon will swing the bat again, his second plate appearance. Marcus Thames and Corey Smith with home runs tonight. Mariners right now with 2 hits. Brendan Ryan, a leadoff single in the 3rd. And Langerhans, a 5th inning, 2-out single. He stole the base and was stranded. Schoenfeld to Kennedy. Can't double up the Speedy Gordon. So the lineup cards will be handed into the New York office. What's the bullpen going to look like? You got Lee, Ray, Lukey. Josh Lukey's done a nice job this spring. Jamie Wright has given up a run. David Pauly, Laffey came over from Cleveland. Wilhelmsen and David Archman is on the DL. Eric Wedge taking it all in with his right hand gag. Carl Willis. This is young Ivan DeJesus Jr. Mariners take on the Athletics opening series on Friday, and that Oakland ball club have added a few pieces. Hideki Matsui on David DeJesus. Base it off the bat of Ivan DeJesus Jr. Taking 3rd is Gordon. All this coming with 2 outs.
Right fielder, number 68, Jerry Sands.
I'm sure the boys will have a spirited workout tomorrow, and as they'll only be 20, the countdown will be down to 24 hours. Opening pitch.
Times that work at 2 o'clock? Is that what it is tomorrow?
Yep. Denny Almonte is right there. So Chris Ray gives up a couple of hits. No damage done in the 6th, 8-0 Dodgers. break and remind you that opening night is just around the corner, and you're going to want to be on hand for this memorable event. When the Mariners host the Indians on Friday, April 8th, first 20,000 fans receive a Mariners green rally towel. That's courtesy of Pepsi Max. So make sure you arrive early for the pre-game festivities. And wear your Mariners green as the team will debut their new alternate green jerseys. For tickets, visit mariners.com. Dave Sims, Mike Blowers, the FSN crew. Back for another caper. There's Sean Figgins. Randy Kiesler continues for the Dodgers. Figgins tonight is twice flat out to left. Center fielder Olchin for the first out.
Now batting left fielder number 93.
Nate Tenbrink. Makes his first plate appearance. Took over in left field for Milton Bradley. Tenbrink, 6'2", 201 out of Olathe, Kansas. Still lives there, 7th round pick in 08. Pops this one up. Third baseman is there, Miles, and couldn't put it away. E5 will keep this at bat alive.
It looked like he called it, too, as he was going back because Pete Brown, the shortstop, was in pretty good shape to catch it. Yep, he's calling for it. Right out the end of the glove. Whoops.
So Miles with an E5, one out here in the 7th. 0-2 to Tenbrink. Late last year at West Tennessee, 274. 5 home runs, 28 runs batted in. After his promotion from High Desert, he had 9 homers, 42 runs batted in, hit 377. Gordon, nice play. Kept slicing away from him.
Watching him run the bases last inning, he can really go. He stole 53 bases last year in the minor leagues and showed a lot of range. Thought that ball was going to drop in.
It's Kyle Seager, homered earlier in the week. Back in Peoria. University of North Carolina teammate with Dustin Ackland. Down the line, Xavier Paul out of room.
You know you're getting to the end of spring training when you get into the 7th inning. And you have 91 versus 91.
Boys getting an opportunity. Got to be a thrill though. You come up and hey kid, get on the bus. You're going to LA today.
Everything today. Stadium. You know, fly a charter with the team into Los Angeles, get a chance to play in a big league ballpark.
Breaking ball to Kyle.
I think I'd take that day over being on one of the backfields in Peoria, right?
Lives in Kannapolis, North Carolina. Mean anything to you?
Nope.
The King, Richard Petty, hails from Kannapolis. North Carolina as Seager strikes out. 1-2-3 go the Mariners in the 7th. Dodgers big 8-0.
And now, fans, it's time for the 7th inning stretch. Please join Nancy B.
Been all Dodgers as we head to the home 7th. LA's got an 8-0 lead. Mariners have been held to just 2 hits. A couple of home runs by the Dodgers. Corey Smith and Marcus Thames as now all the starters, with the exception of Adam Moore, are out of the ballgame for the Mariners. Nate Tenbrink's in left field. Michael Saunders in center. Danny Almonte in right. New pitchers Brandon Lee. Across the infield, Rodriguez at third, Trinfell at short, Kennedy at second, and Poitras at first. League's been getting better as we've gotten deeper into the spring. He was shaky in the first few outings.
Yeah, he struggled early with his command, having a tough time finding the strike zone. But lately he's pitched much better. His stuff has been good. His fastball still has been 95, 96 miles an hour.
It's not pinpointing. Been his problem for a good part of the spring. Trent Olgin, the center fielder, batting in the 4-hole, will be Brandon's first opponent here. Base hit to right. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, the FSN crew here. We'll be off to San Francisco. Day off tomorrow. Open up the season against the Oakland Athletics. Felix Hernandez, the Cy Young Award winner from last season, goes against Trevor Kale. Mariners return or come home next week on the 8th. 6-game homestand, 3 with Cleveland, 3 with Toronto, and make sure you jump all over your tickets, Mariners.com. Look forward to seeing you out there. Based on the winter and the spring that they've had that has come through the Pacific Northwest, how great will baseball be, especially knowing that you're going to get the game in with wonderful Safeco Field with that roof. Hopefully the weather will start making a turn for the warmer. And drier.
Exactly.
I think probably that's the bigger rub, drier. Well, we will have a green summer.
It's always green in the Northwest.
I mean, really green. So Brandon League 1-2 now to Aaron Miles. Foul ball hit by Davey Lopes, the first base coach. Talking to Davey before the game, he said the Phillies must really be in trouble with Chase Utley being down. And they're doing their best not to have to go in for an operation on that knee. So the Phillies, pitching's going to be outstanding. The hitting may not be as good as it was a couple, 3 years ago, because there's not going to be a lot of protection for Ryan Howard. With Worth in D.C., Utley out, they could have some issues.
He'll walk a lot.
And Phillies come to town, come to Seattle, middle of June, June 17, 18, and 19. Certainly on paper, they have the best pitching staff, starting staff going. Halliday, Lee, Hamels, Oswalt, and Blanton has not been bad at all as the number 5 here during the spring. You're right. I don't think Ryan Howard will get a lot to hit. No reason.
Why would the pitch to him?
Whoever's in front of him and back of him could be Raul Ibanez, then Francisco. They're going to have to carry a load. 3-2 to Miles. Kennedy to Trunfeld. Over to Poythress. Good looking double play. Check out our Home Depot doing more on defense.
Easy double play. Trunfeld has a great arm. They put a lot on this throw to first base.
Man, that was some carries.
Yeah.
You can see the young man back a couple of years ago, second game of the season, broke a tibia bone. Not missing most of the season. Came back last year, hit 257. It's only about, well, this is 11, so it was 07-08. Crown jewel of Mariner franchise. Carlos Trunfeld. This is Corey Smith with the 3-run homer back in the 5th. Brought his glove. Smart
and
move.
used it. And used
yeah,
it.
buddy. I look at that as more self-defense than anything. You got the good seats down there. You got to be alive as Lee strikes out. Corey Smith. Dodgers are done in the 7th. To the 8th we go. 8's the operative number here in L.A. That's a happy young man there. Glad he brought his glove. Over the Mariners. Here's a reminder, if you attend the Mariners and Blue Jays game on Wednesday, April 13th, make sure you're one of the first 20,000 fans because you're going to receive a Verizon Wireless 2011 Mariners calendar. This helpful piece is going to help you plan your summer at Safeco Field this season, so for tickets, always remember to go to Mariners.com. Big correction here. The King, Richard Petty, is from Level Cross, North Carolina. Should have gone with the first instinct. Kannapolis, North Carolina, home of the Earnhardts. But a spring training swing and a miss by your team announcer. Rich Poitras is the hitter. Saw him yesterday reach out, hit the ball hard right field.
A couple of times.
Right?
Yeah.
See him maybe get something in or half and see what he can do with it. High Desert last year, 315, 31 homers, and 130 runs batted in. Product of the University of Georgia. Stephen Ames is the new pitcher. Field again. And that's a heck of a catch. Joey Sands, second fine catch he's made tonight.
But Poitras going to right field again, doing a nice job hitting the ball the other way this spring, but a nice catch out in right field.
Good effort.
We saw Sands, he played first base when the Dodgers were in Peoria earlier this spring. Nice play in right field.
$16,732 on hand. Michael Saunders, his first plate appearance.
And again, we talked about it yesterday. Made some adjustments to his stance this spring. Struggled with it a little bit earlier in the spring, but lately he's been swinging the bat much better.
Much quieter approach to what he did last year. First home run, Mother's Day, Yankee Stadium. Turn it loose here, 3-2.
Should get a good fastball to hit.
And boy, did he. Deep drive right field. Goodbye. About 15 rows back. Michael Saunders' first home run of the spring. It's the Mariners on the board. It's 8-1 Dodgers here in the 8th. Just the third Mariner hit. Take a look at our Banner Bank building to the future. Got all of it.
Thought he'd get a good fastball. That one was right in the middle of the plate, and he hit every bit of it. Nice short swing.
Nice sight. So he's on the board here in the last spring training game with a home run.
He hit that about 20 rows up.
Yes, he did. Good stuff. There's Trunfeld. D. Gordon Fields throws him out.
Second baseman, number 4, Adam Kennedy.
Well, we talked about it with Gutierrez being out. Saunders and Langerhans are going to get an opportunity to play here at the start of the season.
They're lucky, fortunate enough to see Goody maybe by the late part of the first homestand. But he's got to get his legs under. Obviously, whatever's bothering his stomach, that has to get taken care of. We're taking away a Gold Glove center fielder away from the Mariners with his absence. Breaking ball. Michael Saunders with his first home run this spring. And Kennedy can't catch up to that one. It'll go for the Mariners in the 8th. Home run by Saunders, the highlight, gets the Mariners on the board. It's 8-1 Los Angeles. 8-1 Dodgers over the Mariners. Tough night for the Mariners in this final spring training skills. The Mariners, they're excited to introduce Ticket Plus nights to select games this season on Thursday, April 21st. The Mariners will be hosting the A's. Fans have the opportunity to purchase a regularly priced ticket in select seating areas, and the ticket will include a $5 free concession credit to use toward food or merchandise right there at Safeco Field. To get your ticket, plus the seat, make sure you get hooked up on mariners.com/specials. Get your ticket plus the seat to the April 21st game by visiting mariners.com/specials. Oh, air guitar from that youngster for Don't Stop Believing. Stephen Hensley is the new Mariner pitcher. 6'3", 189, 24-year-old right-hander, 4th round pick. 27 games at West Tennessee last year. Made the Southern League Northern All-Star team, Northern Division All-Star team. And he went 7-11 with a 4.62 ERA. This is Xavier Paul. Paul flied out to left his first time. Pretty good movement on his pitches.
Good fastball. Tall kid. Tell you, the guy that I like, I knew very little about him going to spring training, is the kid catching, Barron. He has done a really nice job this spring.
Had more people tell me that he is without question the best catcher in the franchise. End of story. Just a matter of catching up with the hitting. He says he's got all the tools you can want out of a catcher.
And that being said, he's actually swung the bat pretty well this spring.
Very nice job. Got a home run first time up in Peoria. Josh Bart, Chris Jimenez. He came up there and hit a home run first at bat. Got a little something for you. They threw a little pot together and came out with a little change. Nice pitch.
Now batting, catcher number 87, Matt Wallach.
Matt Wallach's second appearance. He struck out his first time. We'll face Stephen Hensley. 4th round pick was Hensley in the 08 draft. In Asheville, North Carolina. Still lives there. There's father and son Matt on the left, Daddy Tim on the right. Most baseball people call Tim Eli, right?
Yeah.
After the famed star of stage, screen, and television, Eli Wallach. Tim's a good third baseman.
Nice pitch.
Here's 1-2. Right below us. Mariners in the 9th inning will have Barron, Almonte, and Rodriguez. 9-1-2. Here's a 2-2. A couple of years ago, in 09, Hensley, well, he went right up the ladder. Clinton to West Tennessee to High Desert. High Desert, he finished with a 9-3 record, 20 games. It's a long run for a lot of folks. Look out.
Watch out for the tarp down there.
10 break with a long run. Left fielder. It's obviously very cool to be on a third base coach and signs your kid.
Yeah.
That's got to be fabulous.
You think? It would be awesome.
Kennedy takes charge. Two outs.
Pitcher, number 93, Stephen Ames.
Stephen Ames. Swing the bat. That adrenaline's pumping big time for Hensley right now. Dude, I'm at Dodger Stadium.
He's waited all day hoping that he was able to get on the mound. And here he is. And he gets the pitcher up there, and he's having a tough time throwing him strikes.
Three and one. Carl Willis filing information as he watches the young man get his work done.
Eric, he looks like he's ready for the season to start too.
Without a doubt. Nice comeback. Very nice. Comes back with a strikeout. Faces three batters, case two of them. Stephen Hensley, well done. 8-1 Dodgers. For this final spring action here for both teams here at Dodger Stadium, 16,732. Those here, they are having fun. 8-1 Dodgers. As we go to the top of the ninth inning, and the Mariners will send up the 9-1-2 spot. And they'll do it against a new pitcher, right-hander, another one of the Dodger youngster, wearing the 90s, Alan Webster. Matter of fact, in the ball game right now, there's only, let's see, two veteran major leaguers in the game right now. Adam Kennedy, and Rodriguez for the Mariners.
You say that like you're surprised.
I'm just stating a fact. I'm not surprised, but I'm just stating the fact. We're at 9:41 Pacific time. Stephen Barron's going to lead it off for the Mariners. Don't forget to wear your white shoes. Honor Dave Niehaus for the Mariner home opener on the 8th against Cleveland. Say right about now, sometime tomorrow, there'll be a run on all white shoes in the greater Seattle area. Barron's put up some numbers here in the spring. He was offered a scholarship to go to Duke. Played baseball there, chose to sign with the Mariners. Coming over is Smith, and he's out of room.
I have a stat for you.
What do you got?
We're talking about all the kids that are playing.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, the Dodgers 9 that are out there. The total of their numbers adds up to 534.
Those of you scoring at home. That's some big numbers. Like a bunch of defensive ends out there, right?
Well, they're excited about it. I'll guarantee you that.
Are you kidding? Barron can find his way on. Staying alive. Good breaking ball. Strikes out Stephen Barron.
Right fielder, number 99, Denny
One out in the
Almonte.
ninth. Brings up Danny Almonte. Coming off a nice year last year at High Desert. Career high 255, 22 homers and 76 runs batted in.
Good changeup. So he has pretty good fastball. He's thrown a couple of nice changeups.
Alan Webster. Two and one. Monty's worked the count to 3-2. down the middle. Strike 3 called. 2 down. Dodger pitching staff racked up a bunch of strikeouts tonight.
Third baseman number 1, Luis Rodriguez.
11 to this point. Webster, young man out of Madison, North Carolina. A-ball, Great Lakes last year, 12-9, 2.88 ERA. Switch hitter, Luis Rodriguez. 2 outs.
I think we both expect him to be named to the club.
Yep. Major league experience. Twins and Padres. Switch hitter, can play second, third, and short. We'll change it there. Oh, 2. Webster to Rodriguez. Popped up, out of play. Shading Rodriguez towards left field. The 0-2. Struck him out, and that'll do it. So the Mariners' spring training ends at 16-13-2. The Dodgers go to 14-21-1. Next stop, San Francisco. Oakland on Friday night. Open up the season against the Athletics. The Dodgers take on the world champion Giants tomorrow here at Chavez Ravine.
The story in this game tonight, Eric Bedard getting his last tune-up of the season. He's been great all spring long. Tonight was not one of his better outings. He struggled early in the game, but again, getting his work done. Had a good fastball. The fastball right there is 92 miles an hour. Threw some breaking pitches also. I think the thing that everybody's pleased about is he's healthy, and let's try to keep him that way.
Absolutely. Folks, that'll do it for spring training 2011 for the Mariners. Next time we talk to you, it'll be for real. Baseball 2011 for Mike Flowers and our entire crew. I'm Dave Sims. Thanks for joining us. We'll talk to you Friday from Oakland. Have a good night, everybody.